So, I was about to start off this podcast by reading an inspirational quote. I thought, what a better way to start off my podcast than to read something inspirational? So, I Googled real quick inspirational daily quote, and it really sucked. So, I decided not to do that, and I'm not going to do it ever. Not unless the mood really strikes just right. So don't worry about that. You won't have to worry about that for me. Some days are just not days for inspirational quotes. You know what I mean? Who has the energy or positivity for that every day? Not I. Not I. This is Jess Faulkner with Just Jess. You're listening to my podcast. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I am really excited to do this. This is my first official episode of my podcast. My first whole episode. Last week I recorded an introductory episode, and now this will be my first hour episode. So, yeah, I'm really excited to be bringing you this information that I have today. So, today's episode is going to be closet staples and Chana Masala. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some other things sprinkled in there, but who knows what it's going to be at this point. But I did want to go over some closet staples in Chana Masala. Let me catch you up from my last week medical update. I went from having to do chemo 3 times a day to doing chemo 2 times a day. And my hope is that eventually I can get off the oral chemotherapy called hydroxyurea and just take blood thinners and not have to worry about taking chemotherapy. That's my hope. It's my hope. Maybe another little update. Um the backyard camping was a success. We had a lot of fun. The kids had their two friends over. We camped in the backyard. We roasted hot dogs, we roasted marshmallows. It was great fun. And then we gave each of the children melatonin so they'd pass out and sleep and not give me a hard time. And it was glorious. It was a little chilly, but I just snuggled up with Trixie and that kind of fixed that for me. I really enjoyed it. I love backyard camping. And then we woke up early this morning in usual fashion and started another fire and just kind of warmed up by the fire a bit. So it was good fun. The kids had a good time. The parents had a good time. Josh had his sleepover. Overall, it was just a good time. I wonder if I have any more updates for you before we get started. Well, you may not know, but my mom lives with us now. She moved in with us after I got diagnosed with cancer to help take care of the kids and help take care of everything. And it's been really wonderful to have her. She's just very helpful and has a very calming presence. And she's really good with the kids, and the kids really love her. And it's good. It's been a good time. We haven't really talked. Um, we got together last year after my grandma died. My dad's mom died. We reconnected last year, and it had been about 15 years since we talked last. So it had been some time. The last time I really saw her or talked to her, I was 19, and I'm 33 now. So it's been about what? How long is that? 14 years? So about 15 years. About 15 years we were disconnected from each other. Um but then when we got back together, it was like nothing had changed. Um which was really nice. So I'm glad the kids have her in their life. They really love their Lala. And I'm glad I could give my kids somebody who would love them unconditionally the way that I know I love them. I just want to fill my children's lives with people that love them unconditionally because they totally deserve that. Kids deserve that. They deserve to be loved so much. So that's just how I feel about it. That's about as much as I have as far as updates go. Now let's jump into closet basics. I will add this to my blog. I will add some pictures to this because I really want to show you, give you examples of what I'm talking about when I go over these items. I want you to see exactly what I mean. So I will put some pictures on the blog and I will title it Season 1, Episode 2, Closet Staples and Chana Masala. I'll also post pictures of the Chana Masala. So there will be pictures of the Chana Masala too. But let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, so I love fashion. I love fashion. I love clothes. I love shoes. I love bags. I love accessories. I love glasses and hats. I love all of that. I love all of that. And I always have, but growing up poor makes it very hard for you to follow your fashion dreams. To dress fashionably. So I feel like I made the best out of what I could, but sometimes those Dollar General outfits just weren't hidden. You know what I mean? So that's all right though. So going over these closet staples, I have them organized by color. Um, if you know me, I wear a lot of black. I think black is classic. I'm a plus size woman and I feel like it helps hide my extra weight really well. I feel like it's just a really good color for me. It's very easy to dress up or dress down, and it goes with just about everything. No, I know I just said it goes with just about everything, but I do feel like there are some prints that don't go with black. That black does not accessorize, or that black does not um, complement the print well. So I would say black does not go with everything. That's my first thing. Black does not go with everything. I don't think there's anything that goes with everything. Just in my experience and in my mind. So of course we've heard of closet staples and we all know of a few staples that have been kind of around for decades now, like the LBD. What is that? Little black dress. That's right, little black dress. The little black dress is iconic as far as what belongs in a closet. For a femme closet, now we're talking about a feminine closet. The little black dress is a staple, and it's first on my list. Now, I know I've seen before growing up and reading Cosmo at like 13 when I shouldn't be. I know that a lot of the times they want you to have a pretty basic little black dress, but I think you should do a little black dress or some version of that. I have about four black dresses, little black dresses. Some of them have some polka dots, some of them have a couple stripes, and some of them just are accented on the collars or the buttons. They're little black dresses, but an embellishment. Even my little black dress that doesn't have any other colors or prints on it still has shoulder cutouts. So it's not a solid dress, but Having a solid little black dress is a good idea too. You do want something, you want a blank canvas basically for dressing up. And I'd like to do that with just a solid piece. Nothing spectacular, no cutouts, no prints, no pops. Just a solid little black dress or some version of that. Now, I believe that you should have more than just one blank canvas. So, your little black dress is one blank canvas, but I feel like you should have multiple blank canvases, kind of with just different looks. And you can do that with an all black canvas or black and white canvas. It's just like painting, it really is. Little black dress is a way to do that. I would say I would say too a staple is a black mini skirt with a black tank top, black high waisted pleated pants, black wedges, black button up shirt, black pantyhose, and a black bomber or a black leather jacket. That way, you're not just restricted to your little black dress to accessorize. You can also wear high waisted pleated pants and a black button up shirt, very business, and decorate it that way. You can dress down a bit and do a black mini skirt with your black pantyhose and a black tank top and accessorize that way to get you out of the little black dress and into some other forms of that canvas. That's where we're starting all of this from the point of a canvas, a blank canvas. We're going to decorate that canvas a little with some clothes here and there too. So, black wedges, black mini skirt, black tank top. That's an outfit right there. Black high waisted pleated pants, black pantyhose, black button up shirt. And of course, you can't forget the black bomber or the black leather jacket. And I know it's not popular, but I have a closet that is both masculine and feminine as I am non binary. I like to keep a pair of all black sneakers. So, my example of all black sneakers, I have two. I have triple black Jordans, and I have all black slip on classic Vans. That's what I use for my all black sneakers, just in case it's a day where I need sneakers. I have a pair of black wedges as well. They're all black wedges, no accessorizing on it, no color pops, no prints, nothing. Just all black wedges, blackout wedges. I really like a black button up shirt. I think button up shirts are coming back, like looser button up shirts are coming back for women. I think it's a very professional look that you can turn into a very sexy look. Um, or a kind of a more casual look depending on how you wear it. So I like to wear my black button up shirt with houndstooth, a high waisted houndstooth dress, um, or a black mini skirt, or the high waisted pleated pants. Um, I can also use a color pop with this black button up shirt. I do have some pink mini skirts I can wear to dress up that black button up shirt. But I definitely feel like black button up shirts are just very sexy, especially with no pockets and especially a little bit looser. You know, you don't want anything tight. You want it to flow, you want it to be a little loose and airy. I also think that a white button up shirt has the same effect as a black button up shirt and gives you a softer color pop to pair against your black clothes, your black mini skirt, or your black high waisted pleated pants. You know, the white button up shirt is very classic, very classy. It's easy to dress up or dress down. It can be very casual if you pair it with a pair of denim. Um, it is just very versatile. Now let's paint our canvas. Let's take one of our black canvases, whether it's the little black dress, the little black business suit with the black button up shirt, or the black mini and the black tank top. Let's paint one of those canvases now. So, also essentials, I feel like for a closet, the white button up shirt we talked about, a white loose blouse. Nothing with buttons, just a very loose, airy, sheer blouse, I feel like is essential. It gives a softer look than the white button up shirt. It's definitely more feminine than the white button up shirt and just such a softer look. um a statement dress. Now, a little black dress is a statement dress, but a statement dress, whether it's a print or a pop, a color pop, is essential. Is essential. You want to have that dress that stands out from everybody else, that one that you just look so good in and you know it. You know it. I think I would hope, oh my gosh, I would hope everybody has that dress that they just feel so confident in, that's a little different, that you get complimented on. You gotta have it. You gotta have your statement dress. It is just essential. And I know when I say statement dress, if your mind goes to something already, that probably is your statement dress. That probably is your statement dress. Hopefully, it's something that you can pair with some black wedges. My mom recently came home from the thrift store and bought this red and white, really pretty floral dress, but black just does not do it any justice. So I'm having to work with her on the color of the shoes. We're we're working on it. We're working on it. We're figuring. Next is a pop print shirt. Just a blouse or a t-shirt, but a pop print top. That's better. Pop print top. That can be a color pop, that can be a print, just something that you can highlight with your black mini skirt or your black high waisted pleated pants. Something that decorates your canvas. You know, you're choosing your art when you choose this shirt. Um, I like to go with some basics. I like to pick some pops that are basics for me. I don't like to have every single color to have a color pop with because I just don't look good in some colors and I don't like some colors. Like red, uh, oh gosh, I just don't really wear a lot of red. I just don't. I don't come across red clothes that I like. I do have a red and white striped dress that I absolutely love. I do. And I have some vintage red dresses, but I just don't really wear red enough. You know, I don't wear red that much. So I go with a few colors and a few prints that I like. Like, you'd never catch me wearing zebra print. Never. I absolutely hate zebra print. I think it's tacky. Um, I just don't like it. I just don't like it at all. I find it to be tacky. So my color pops are Barbie pink and blue. And then my print pops are stripes, houndstooth, and cheetah or leopard. I don't know. I'm very confused about the difference of those two. Um it it's giving me a hard time. But yes, so my color pops again are Barbie pink. Absolutely love Barbie pink and blue to match with my eyes. I have a blue skirt. It's my color pop skirt. Um, I've got some blue accents on some of my other shirts to go with my blue skirt, and I have a blue overwear kind of blazer that I could pair as well. And I have some really cute blue blouses. So I use blue as a color pop. And Barbie pink. And then my print pops, like I said, houndstooth, very classic. I mean, just for somebody who likes to dress like a school teacher like I do, houndstooth is easy. Cheetah print, leopard print, and stripes. I love stripes. I love them so much. So stripes are one of my favorite pops, print pops. Now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about shoes. Oh my gosh, I love shoes. Oh, I do not consider myself very feminine. I really do not. I have very feminine times, of course, like any woman. We have our feminine times, right? If you identify as female, you just feel it. You just feel it sometimes. So I love shoes. I love shoes. I owned 37 pairs of shoes. I don't know if that's a lot. It seems like a lot to me. Especially when I know people who only own one pair of shoes. But I have collected these shoes. They're mostly all secondhand shoes. I've only bought shoes new a few times. Most of the time I get them secondhanded. And that's just what I believe in doing. So let's talk about some shoes, some essential shoes. Now, I already talked about the black wedges. I think those are super essential, just like a nude heel, right? Just like a nude heel. That has been a closet staple for some time now. A nude heel has been a closet staple for some time now, and I'm not here to take that away. But I am here to tell you that, girl, it doesn't have to be a heel. That nude can be a flat. Okay? That nude can be a flat. I promise you. I promise you. Nobody's gonna think lesser of you just because you're going with a flat nude. Okay? So black wedges, nude heels, or nude flats. Then a pop pointed toe flat. So you can either do your color pop or your print pop, cheetah print, Barbie pink, electric yellow, spiked heels, your accent heels. You want to dress up your little black dress. If you just wear your little black dress and put on these heels, then you are dressed. You are dressed and you look good, okay? Your statement shoes. These are not statement shoes that you would necessarily wear with your statement dress because they don't necessarily match at all. Like my statement dress does not match with my statement shoes. Maybe some, but I can't just pair any statement dress with any statement shoe. Okay. Now, some examples of statement shoes. I have Barbie pink flats. I have cheetah flats. Um, I have these really cute soft pink slip-ons. They're pointed toe flats as well. Um, combat boots. I've got combat boots and they're all black, but they're kind of a statement shoe because of them being combat boots. Because if I want to pair them with my little black dress, I can, and I'm making a statement. I'm making a statement for sure. Now, separate from the statement shoe, separate from your cheetah print, your Barbie pink, your electric yellow, your spiked heel, I feel like an essential in the closet is a red heel. Doesn't have to be a bright cherry red, doesn't have to be a bright red cherry red high heel or stiletto, just needs to be a red heel. Okay, we're thinking, I mean, we're just going Dorothy with this. Okay, I want you to find your Dorothy heels. They can be sequined if you want them to be sequined, they can be sparkly if you want them to be sparkly. I just want you to have a pair of red heels. That's it. Just have a pair of red heels. Okay, you can pair those red heels up with your little black dress. You can pair them up with your high waisted pleated pant, your mini skirt. Um, And definitely your leather jacket. Those red heels need to look great with a leather jacket or your black bomber jacket. Okay. So red heels. So just a recap of shoes, we have black wedges, all black sneakers, pop pointed toe flats. So your pop color or pop print pointed toe flats. Then your nude heels or nude flats and your red heels. I have a pair of red heels. They are gorgeous. They're Miss Moo's New York City red heels. They've been discontinued, but I absolutely love them. They're a size 10, so they're my size, but you know the rules about heels and buying them a half size too big. Well, that's for a reason. These are also leather, so I'm hoping that if I wear them long enough, I can get them to fit my foot a little better. But I definitely have my own pair of red heels, staple red heels. Last but not least, I want to talk about clutches. I want to talk about a power piece clutch. Clutches, aren't meant to be big, they're meant to hold your phone, maybe some lip gloss, and your ID and debit card, okay? So, not much. But they are so gorgeous and so great at accessorizing an outfit and even being the centerpiece to your entire outfit, depending on the clutch that you have. Okay. So I want your clutch to be a point of conversation. I want it to be an art piece. Okay, let your clutch be an art piece. Your catch all bag, that's one thing. It's black, it's beautiful, it's functional. Your clutch is just for beauty, okay? Sometimes, just like with heels that hurt, but oh my god, they're gorgeous. Clutches, you can't really fit too much in them, but they are beautiful. And that's all I have for this week's closet staples. If I add to this list, I'll definitely let you know, but I'll post this list on the blog as well as some pictures of what my staples are and my color and print pops. So look forward to that. That's at www.leftoverslimited.com. You could find it there under blog. Do you cook? Are you the chef in your family like I am? I mean, I'm the chef in the kitchen. I was made head chef at 25 and just went from there and then started my own personal chefing business. So I'm always the cook. Even when I go to a party to have fun, people are like, "Oh, hey, can you make this?" And I'm just like, "I guess, because that's my job, isn't it?" I'm the chef, which I don't mind. I love it. I love being the chef. Which chef doesn't love being the chef? So I want to talk to you today about Chana Masala. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful, delicious Indian dish, and I'm gonna give you the recipe real quick on how to make it. It's such a simple dish, it's so easy that I am very confident that I can show you how to make this dish. Now, here's what you're gonna need, okay? You're gonna need a knife to cut an onion with. You're going to need a grater to grate some ginger. You're going to need a pan or a wok. I use kind of like a wok. I use All Clad's um, wok to cook my chana masala in. You're going to need a cutting board. You're going to need a can opener. And that's about it as far as your supplies for the kitchen. So, a knife, a cutting board, a grater, and a can opener, as well as a large pan. Large pan. This recipe serves 4. The ingredients you need are going to be 1 large yellow onion, 2 inches of ginger, 2 can of chickpeas, 1 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, 5 cloves of garlic, tomato paste, garam masala, cumin, turmeric, coriander, and cinnamon. You're going to need vegetable oil as well. Are you ready? Let's cook chana masala together. In your pan, warm up 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You want your pan to be set at a 6 or a 7. Heat your pan up and cut your onions. Dice them. You want them into small pieces. Dice your onions and add them to your hot oil. You're going to cook these onions down a lot. You're going to go past the point of what you think is okay to cook an onion, and then you're going to cook it some more because you want the smokiness from the onion into your dish. It helps add smokiness into your dish, and that's what you want. You want the smokiness from these onions to go into your chana masala. So you're going to brown your onions. You're going to brown them. The deeper, the darker brown they are, the more smokier the dish. So at least brown them. Brown them well. Cook them longer if you want it smokier. Cook it less if you're just not a big fan of the browned onions. But they are soft. They don't end up bitter. They end up very delicious. And I promise you'll enjoy it. So you're going to cook that onion until it's very dark brown. Then you're going to take the pan off of the heat. And you're going to chop your garlic. You're going to peel your ginger with a spoon. Just a little hint. Peel your ginger with a spoon. You don't have to cut it with a knife. You can just use a spoon and peel it. Peel your ginger with a spoon. You need about 2 inches of ginger and grate it into your pan. Get all that you can. You want the juice. You want as much as you can of that ginger to get into your dish. Okay, the ginger is essential for chana masala. Once your garlic and your ginger are in your pan with your onions, return it back to the heat and cook it very briefly. You just want to cook it long enough for the garlic and the ginger to start becoming aromatic. So maybe a minute or 2, but be very careful not to burn your garlic, as it will be bitter if you burn it. Now it's time for the tomatoes. You're going to open your 28-ounce can of whole peeled tomatoes, pour the juice into the pan, and squish the tomatoes, breaking them up very well and putting them in the pan. This is all while your heat is on to about a 5 to a 7. And now you're going to add in your 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and stir, mixing it all together. From here, I would add about a half a cup of water into your tomato and your onion mixture. Now I want you to open up your cans of chickpeas, pour them into a strainer, and rinse them in the kitchen sink. After your chickpeas are strained and rinsed, you can add them to your pan with the tomatoes and onions. You're going to cook this for about 30 minutes on a 5 or 6 with the lid on. Check it every once in a while, make sure you stir it, and let it cook down and soften those chickpeas. After about 30 minutes, it's time to add in your spices. This is my favorite part because this is what takes the dish into something that doesn't sound appetizing at all and infuses so much flavor into and makes it just delicious. I'm a big fan of it. Now, I'm going to measure in my head using my hand because I just pour ingredients into my hand and measure it that way. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons of garam masala. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of coriander, ground coriander. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You're going to pour that into your tomato and chickpea mixture and mix it up. And it's going to smell like heaven on earth. So go ahead and mix that up. Put your lid back on. Cook it for another 20 minutes. I mean, you can really set this on the stove and let it simmer for a long time if that's what you want to do or if that's what you need to do. If it seems like it's getting too thick, you can add more water to it. My family eats this with naan. You can also eat it served over jasmine or jasmine rice. It's delicious. It does have some heat. We usually add some Thai red chilies to this dish. If you want to add some spiciness to it, go ahead and add some red pepper flakes while you're cooking your onions. Add your red pepper flakes or your red Thai chilies. But you can make this as spicy or as mild as you want with those red Thai chilies. And I just keep a bag of dried red Thai chilies and just pop 2 in there while I'm cooking the onions. And it gives a nice amount of heat. But find some naan and go to town. This is going to be one of your new go-to dishes. It's absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. And that's it for the Chana Masala. Now, I have a little bit of extra time and I thought I would do something a little different. I am a big fan of poetry. I love poetry. I love literature. I'm a really big reader. You know, it's words have such great power. And one of my favorite poets is Sylvia Plath. I just love Sylvia Plath's work. I have Intoxicated with Madness tattooed on my arm. I absolutely love Sylvia Plath. So I just want to take a couple minutes since I have some extra time. And I want to read Lady Lazarus by Sylvia Plath. I have done it again. 1 year in every 10 I manage it. A sort of walking miracle, my skin bright as Nazi lampshade, my right foot a paperweight, my face of featureless fine Jew linen. Peel off the napkin. Oh, my enemy, do I terrify? The nose, the eye pits, the full set of teeth, the sour breath will vanish in a day. Soon the flesh, the grave cave 8 will be at home on me, and I, a smiling woman, I am only 30, and like the cat I have 9 times to die. This is number 3. What a trash to annihilate each decade. What a million filaments. The peanut butter crunching crowd shoves in to see them unwrap me hand and foot. The big striptease, gentlemen, ladies. These are my hands, my knees. I may be skin and bone, nevertheless I am the same identical woman. The first time it happened, I was 10. It was an accident. The second time, I meant to last it out and not come back at all. I rocked shut as a seashell. They had to call and pick the worms off me like sticky pearls. Dying is an art like everything else. I do it exceptionally well. I do it so it feels like hell. I do it so it feels real. I guess you could say I've a call. It's easy enough to do it in a cell. It's easy enough to do it and stay put. It's the theatrical comeback in broad day to the same place, the same face, the same brute amused shout, a miracle, that knocks me out. There's a charge for the eyeing of my scars. There's a charge for the hearing of my heart. It really goes. And there's a charge, a very large charge, for a word or a touch or a bit of blood, or a piece of hair or my clothes. So, Herr Doctor, so, Herr Enemy, I am your opus. I am your valuable, your gold, your pure gold baby that melts to a shriek. I turn and burn. Do not think I underestimate your great concern. Ash, ash. You poke and stir, flesh, bone, there is nothing there. A cake of soap, a wedding ring, a gold filling. Ere God, ere Lucifer, beware, beware. Out of the ash I rise with my red hair, and I eat men like air. Well, that about wraps it up for this podcast. Today we talked about closet essentials. I gave you the recipe for my famous Chana Masala. And we read Lady Lazarus by Sylvia Plath. I'd say that's a pretty good first start. I wanted to talk a little bit about why I created this podcast. My initial thought was to create a podcast to talk about sexual abuse and sexual trauma and surviving sexual abuse. I still want to talk about that because I feel like it's an important topic, and I feel like we need to do more as people who identify as women and as men to bring light to talk about what happens so that people know it's a lot more serious than some might think. It's a lot more prevalent than some might think. And we can share our stories to encourage others to do the same and to get take some kind of action and take some kind of control of their life through our strength of our words. I did find that this to be a heavy topic, so I wanted to add in some more personal life matters as well: marriage, parenting, sex, culture, fashion, all of it. Stress, mental health, sexual trauma, shoes, video games. Let's talk about art. Let's talk about poetry. Let's talk about all that stuff, that you are into as a 90s kid. I'm 33. I'm a 90s kid. I want to talk about all of that stuff. Let's go down memory lane and talk about some old commercials and talk about some old movies that are terrible but that we love for nostalgia's purpose. This was Just Jess, Season 1, Episode 2. Closet Staples and Chana Masala. Thank you so much for listening. I will be back next week to talk about some new topics. If you have any suggestions for topics or there's anything that you want to hear about, please let me know. I would appreciate any feedback as this is my first podcast. If nobody's told you today, you're freaking amazing. You're special. You're loved. Okay? Have a great day. Do what you're doing to the best of your ability. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Most importantly, just do your best. It's a hard world out there. Just do the best that you can. I love you.